Mark Levin goes off the deep end again. So welcome back to the channel, Culture Confederacy here. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And this happened yesterday on his opening, or during his opening monologue. And I want to share this with you because he's calling out all the podcasters, calling you neo-fascist, saying you're irrelevant. So let's get into this. I'm pressed for time here, so we're going to do this in one take. It is what it is. And pardon the camera angle, my tripod's going, so we're just going to get through this the best we can. So let's get to this. Here's Mark Levin yesterday on his on his radio show during his opening monologue.
And so when you mention the greats from the past, Ronald Reagan, recent past, Bill Buckley, Milton Friedman, they laugh. Those days are over. We're starting brand new today. We MAGA, we conservatives, we Republicans, whatever we are. Everything starts today.
Who's saying that? Who's saying that? No one's saying everything starts today. They want you to back up the promises that you made, that the GOP made years ago about putting America first. That's what they want.
That's what they say. Everything starts today with what? Failed pollsters? People on the internet? People who are 19 years old? Seriously? Then we might as well shut down everything. Burn down the libraries. Eliminate all the data banks. Because today's the day. Why do you...
Who's calling for that, Mark Levin? Who's calling to burn down? Is anybody in the MAGA movement? Is Nick Fuentes calling for everything to be burned down? No. Has Nick Fuentes said some things that are provocative? Yes. But I don't remember him calling for things to be burned down. Where is he getting this?
Why do you think the Marxists and the fascists destroy everything that came before?
See, now you're Marxist and you're fascist.
Why do you think they do these things? They want a clean slate.
No, they want you to do what you promised years ago, Mark Levin. Or the GOP promised years ago.
Before us, who've done great things and who've made mistakes. A lot.
Well, that's true.
The ego, the narcissism that many in the current young generation have is beyond belief to me.
The ego, the narcissism. I was going to say Marxism. The Marxism. The Marxisms. He wants to talk about ego and narcissism. Look at what he's doing here, calling you people out.
And you see it all over the podcast world, all over the so-called influencers, all over the internet. They don't represent the vast majority of the American people. The vast majority
like
of the
you
American
do, Mark
people
Levin?
don't even know who they are. Believe it.
Really? Really now? These people don't know who these people are. Everybody's got access to the internet. Unless you live under a rock. But according to Mark Levin, nobody knows who any of these people are. Pardon the background noise here. Like I said, we're doing this in one take.
Believe it or not, they don't. They don't. And they don't care about Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Who's got the largest podcast.
And even lesser known,
Fuentes.
If they knew about Fuentes, they'd be cleaning them off the bottom of their shoes like dog crap.
Oh!
They wouldn't care. But they call themselves influencers. And the reason is they have an impact on people who are what? On the internet. And then...
Well, maybe it's time you get with the times here, Mark Levin, because people are watching these podcasts on the internet. They're not watching or they're not listening to the radio anymore. This guy is stuck back in the 1980s and the 1990s.
Media entrails that promote these people who are on the internet. So this is why you get viewpoints that are absolutely unimaginable.
Viewpoints that are absolutely unimaginable now.
Evil.
Sick and evil.
This is why you get racist and bigoted.
So it's not sick and evil for you to say that Europeans are just inherently anti-Semitic? Seriously, Mark Levin?
Anti-Semitic and anti-American,
Ah!
anti-Christian propaganda that's pushed out. It makes its way into at least a portion of the population. The ignorance about World War II and the Third Reich and the great Winston Churchill and the great American Yank is just unbelievable. We're supposed to debate it. There's nothing to debate. You don't debate stupidity. You don't debate evil. We were the good guys. They were the bad guys.
Are you sure about that, Mark Levin? Now, I'm glad that we won World War II as Americans. Hitler was a bad guy. But all sides do things in war that are questionable sometimes, okay? Because war is war. If I'm not mistaken, we did intern Germans or German immigrants, Italians. In fact, over 600,000 Italian Americans or Italian nationals were screened by executive order. How come he's not talking about that? Also happened with the Asians or the Japanese.
You don't debate if these Islamist nations that have been pushing terrorism, including terrorism that has killed thousands and thousands of Americans here in our homeland and overseas, whether you should get a payday from those people, whether you should go over and be vetted by those people and live in the best hotels for a week and be given the best food for a week, and then all of a sudden, hey, they're not so bad after all.
Who's doing that?
These are simpletons.
I don't know, one person says, yeah, my first priority here is to go to Qatar. That's my number one travel choice is Qatar. A lot of people want to go to Europe. They want to see Rome. They want to see Greece. Maybe go to Croatia, the Baltics. But I don't know a whole lot of people that are wanting to go to Qatar here.
They're an inch deep. And yet there they are. They show up in various youth movements through our colleges and universities to tell young people what to think. The irony that you'll get these people who are in their 40s and 50s, some in their 60s, who go in front of these people and tell them, these young people, tell them what to think.
Like you don't do the same thing, Mark.
They tell them what to think is not to think about what came before. Take Ronald Reagan.
The savior of the Republican Party now.
One of the greatest presidents in American history.
Well, he was a good president, not the greatest, but a good president.
Domestic policy, economic success, foreign policy.
What about Amnesty 1986, Mark Levin? You forget that.
The country was at a very, very low level. We're supposed to forget about him, supposed to dismiss him. He doesn't matter. Some of you older people, you may remember, and we younger people, we don't remember him at all. The hell with him. The only thing that matters is today. And our future. Wow.
Well, maybe because you've messed things up. You and your generation, Mark Levin. Maybe that's... I got to stop there. I can't take anymore. And I'm pressed for time. So I thought I'd share this with you. So apparently, according to Mark Levin, you are all irrelevant. You're a bunch of neo-fascist. What ends what. You're like dog dew on somebody's shoe that needs to be wiped up. This is unreal to me. This is just insane. Pure insanity. This guy has lost it. Mark Levin has lost it. So tell me what you think in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Follow me at Instagram. You can find me now at Jason197711. Go to Substack or find me at X, Culture Confederacy, at Culture Confed1 on X. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out. Stay safe, everybody. God bless. Keep up the culture, and I'll catch you next time.